Um, I'm from Indonesia, and Indonesia, when I started the movement, there was no action at all for person with psychosocial disability. I myself experienced for my whole life, and also I have brothers also who diagnosed with schizophrenia. I have sister and another brother also suffer from various kind of what so called um, mental health problems at the time. I was actually at the time thinking more about my brother, that how we need like a support system for us, something like a self-help groups at first. It's about 7 years ago or something, but then it developed full blown into a whole advocacy work, and the whole organization for person with psychosocial disability in Indonesia, and it was the first one in Indonesia actually. One of the most significant change actually coming from the disability community in Indonesia. I frankly found a lot of strength by joining the disability movement, because before we joined the disability movement, mental health or mental illness or this whole movement for psychosocial disability is very much isolated and dominated by psychiatrists, and our position is very weak. We don't have any support, we don't have any say like political support, we don't have any legal support. But then when we ratify CRPD, and that one of disability is mental disability, then we started to be recognized and counted. By joining the disability movement, I joined a bigger and more recognized and movement that has been started for a long time and already quite well established, with CRPD backing them. And since Indonesian government already ratified CRPD, it really helped in positioning ourselves vis-a-vis the government. Now we have the document say, here you ratify CRPD, and in CRPD we are included in this document, and you have to make sure that you have comply with CRPD and stuff. So we have a very strong argument, and our position vis-a-vis psychiatrists and the psychiatric world also changed, because now we are not a subject anymore. Sorry, we are not we are not an object of their their psychiatric approach anymore. Before I joined the disability movement, every time people talking about mental health is always from the psychiatrist perspective, and in all places, including when we were briefing the journalists, for example, it's always the psychiatrists that have the place and do the talk, and we are just a decoration of the room. We are not counted. Our position is not equal, and they are the ones that the actor in our life, the actor and the ruler who decide our life. But when we separate ourselves from this psychiatric approach and position ourselves within the disability movement, our position is very strong. And now when people talking about psychosocial disability, they are they have to also talk about psychosocial disability from the disability point of view, from the social model of disability, from the CRPD perspective, which is totally different from the psychiatrist perspective. So by joining the disability movement, we gain so much strength, and we becoming the actor and the ruler of our life, our activities. And I mean, it is very, how do you call it, very encouraging, very strengthening, and really feels like empowering. Yeah, We mainly doing the advocacy works, but by doing advocacy work, we also working in improving the service providing. For example, well, for example, like we involved in the new Disability Act. The we I am one of the drafter of this new Disability Act, but also we lobbied Jakarta government, so they agreed to set up uh, something like a community centers for person with psychosocial disability instead of putting them in institution. You know, this is a new approach, and the governor at that time agreed with the idea, mainly because it's much cheaper, but also because he thought this is a good idea. So the governor set up about some pilot projects in Jakarta for community centers for persons with psychosocial disability, and then we involve in that in giving direction, giving driving the blueprint of the community centers. So we improving not only improving but actually switching the perspective on how should we do about about the services for person with psychosocial disability. Before, the only option or the only approach taken by the government is through institution. But when by we doing this lobby and advocacy work, step by step there is a change within the government from the institutional base into the more community based approach towards psychosocial disability, which is good. So yeah, we did advocacy work, but we also by then we get involved in the service providing projects, and I spent quite many times working in training the social workers in the community centers, also developing some peer supports, something like that in the community centers. But yeah, I mean, basically we did both the advocacy and also the providing services, alternative services. First, you have to have a position, strong position vis-a-vis the government. How do we manage to have a strong position? First, of course, by knowing by heart our rights and knowing exactly what is the task and obligation of the government, that they are there to serve us. And by joining the larger movement, because I joined not only the disability movement, but we also involving the other human rights movement into our cause, like the legal aids movement, the women movement, and the other human rights movement, and making the issue of person with psychosocial disability into the human rights issue, and push it into the main agenda of the agenda of human rights in Indonesia. So making it into the human rights issue in Indonesia. And it is also very important to have, probably this is particular in Indonesia because we are new democracy. Suharto stepped down in 1998, so the politician still eager to listen to people, especially people who was involved before in the movement that overthrown Suharto. I was part of that movement. So I knew many people that now are the members of the parliaments, but it is not that important. That part is not that important. But I think by being involved in the broader movement, not only the psychosocial disability movement, but within the disability movement, with the legal aid movement, with the women movement, with the whole human rights movement, you gain a much stronger position vis-a-vis the government. And then the government are forced to listen to us. We also involve a lot of media and stuff. So I think one of the most important thing is that don't contain yourself only within the mental health movement. You have to really broaden your network and be part of the larger movement. This is a very, I mean, this is for me is very important because like I said before, I experienced how was it, how did it feel when we were under this psychiatric domination as a movement, oh sorry, as an organization. But when we distance ourselves with this psychiatric domination, we got to find an alternative to counter their model, their approach. Of course, we like the notion of the social model of disability, which is the problem is not within ourselves, but with the society. But it is also talk here, like the previous speakers really talk about that, which is the counter narrative of mental illness, which is from the social perspective. But we also found many important and very interesting approach to deal with the individual cases. Something like the hearing voices approach, which for me is very interesting, and really really makes sense, because the hearing voices is one of my big discovery actually here. Also, like enhancing the peer support methods. This is also very interesting, and many topics that we've been discussed here is something that very beneficial to counter this psychiatric domination approach.